Alright, so this is going to be the video of the week for everyone because I really need your help. I've been racking my brain over this for the past few days and I'm at a loss here. I just can't figure it out, but maybe someone out there can. And I don't want to jump to conclusions, but when things don't make logical sense, it tends to bother me. So I've been going back and working on the channel lately, as I do every so often, which can be a lot of work, but it's really a good idea to go back and remove dead links, add any new ones you may have, that kind of thing. And I noticed that, and I don't even know when this happened because it was under the radar, that my related channels section on my channel, which was full of related channels on magic and the occult and in that genre and wheelhouse, had been replaced by a popular channels section. And in my particular case, these popular channels that they replaced my related channels with were all mainstream media channels. CNN, Fox News, everything that I detest. It's the last thing that I would want on my channel. I would rather have black magicians in the related channels section on my channel, despite our differences, than mainstream media. And I used to. I know that EA's channel was in my recommended channels list for a while, and mine was in his. Even though our content is as different as night and day, we're still in the same genre, and our channels are therefore related. So I went to his channel and many others where I knew that my channel, Mind and Magic, was in their related channels section. And yeah, it's gone. And so are many others. So I went to a bunch of mainstream type channels and their related channel section is working just fine. Now, I don't want to be like, oh my God, censorship. But I really don't know what else to call it when certain channels of a particular type start disappearing from the related channels section, other than suppression. If it is, I don't think someone's just sitting there manually suppressing channels. YouTube is always handled with an algorithm, which is worse actually because you don't get to appeal the algorithm. YouTube does not turn its ear towards small channels and creators. 48,000 subs may seem like a lot to us, but it's not in the eyes of YouTube. I don't even think you're allowed direct communication with someone from YouTube unless you have at least 100,000 subscribers. I could be wrong on that. It could be 1 million. But right now, 100,000 may as well be 1 million because we're not even close to that. But someone still would have had to program the algorithm, making them still responsible if that's the case. But then I remembered that YouTube has said openly that they're going to start suppressing conspiracy channels. They're not going to promote them anymore. Could it be that YouTube considers channels that discuss magic and the occult to be conspiracy channels? I've told people on many occasions on this channel to stay away from the conspiracy stuff because that kind of mindset is addictive and it can lead to paranoia. But see, algorithm doesn't care. And that's the danger of using one. It doesn't matter what you actually stand for. Algorithm is just going to scan for certain content without any context. Most of the videos that I've had demonetized, which doesn't happen very often anymore because I stopped doing this, unless it's a Patreon exclusive where I'm not going to monetize it anyway, is because I've dropped a single solitary F-bomb or something similar somewhere in the video. The algorithm scans every video that you upload and every single word that you say. And that's not a conspiracy, that's a fact. And the fact that I've just said the word conspiracy several times means that I probably just made it worse for myself, right? But that's right now. What about back then? What about what caused all this? Is there anything on my channel that can be considered conspiracy stuff? Well, sure. I just said that I had talked about being anti-conspiracy, which the algorithm can take out of context. I had the synchronicity video with the Piers Morgan Alex Jones interview, showing how Alex Jones' behavior was not helping his cause. Algorithm can take that out of context just because he's in it and he's been blacklisted. The logo to my channel can definitely be taken out of context because it includes the all-seeing eye, which is often associated with Laminatas. And I purposely mispronounced that because I don't want them putting another article on this video like they did on the video where I explain what that symbolism means. Because I used that word, even though that video had nothing to do with it and was only explaining the symbolism. but they may do it anyway if they take it straight from the image example that I'm using. Algorithm can take that out of context too. So, that was enough proof and evidence to me to conclude that yes, they could be suppressing my channel along with these others that they have openly said that they would. It was at this point that I thought I had it figured out. It made sense, at least for my channel, because there were also some questionable channel tags and keywords that were in there since the beginning of this channel. Some of the words we just went over. So it all seemed to make sense, but it's about to take a turn. So I removed all the channel keywords that could even be remotely associated with conspiracy stuff and used only keyword tags associated with magic and the occult and my particular brand. Saved it, went to sleep, got up the following day, and guess what? The related channel section had returned. Or did they? Because there still weren't any related channels in the section. The only channel there was Joe Rogan clips, another popular channel, which is still better than the mainstream media channels. You know, we are making progress, but still has absolutely no relation to this channel whatsoever. Nothing against Joe Rogan. It's just not relevant. Changing the channel tags did have an effect. It just yielded the same result. We turned the popular channel section back into a related channel section, but it still only displays popular channels. And only one so far at that. I mean, if this isn't suppression, then I don't know what this is. This is what I mean when I talk about how tech companies are so smart that they do stupid things. Because if the algorithm is not purposefully suppressing, then it's just being dumb. I mean, the fact that I even have to pose the question speaks volumes. On one hand, I'd like to believe that they're not passively suppressing us. But on the other hand, it wouldn't surprise me if they were, because they have openly admitted that they are suppressing channels and information that they don't agree with. The gatekeepers of information have the choice to allow that information to flow freely or to try to control it. Google and YouTube by extension have repeatedly chosen to control the information for their own purposes. So I went back and I changed my channel tags again, this time only using the words magic and occult, along with my brand's associated keywords, Frater Xavier, Mystery School, Mind and Magic. Saved it, waited, and no change. Of course, there's no way of me knowing really how long it's going to take. The last time it changed overnight, but I could have just got lucky with the timing right before their bots came a-crawling. Which is another point to bring up because we don't know how the algorithm works. We're not privy to that information. So when things like this happen, we don't know how to repair it. All we can do is try to troubleshoot, and any little change that we make may take days for it to actually show up. And part of that troubleshooting is going to other channels, looking to see if they're having the same issue, and see what keywords they're using. So if we go to Uncle Birch's channel over at Freakville1309, we can see that he no longer has related channels. They've been replaced with the popular channels. And they gave him all like kid channels too. Looking at his keyword tags, he has the standard fare. He has magic and occult along with other related keywords, except for that last one. So we'll take a look at Torval's channel. Same thing. He has his related channels replaced with popular channels. Oh, and what's that? T-Series? Blasphemy. That's definitely got to go. He does have this channel in his featured channels, which I do thank him for that, by the way. But the rest of the channels used to be relatable as well. They certainly weren't T-Series and a bunch of other irrelevant garbage. But then we take a look at Taliesin McKnight's channel. There's nothing in his keywords that would warrant having his related channel section being replaced with a popular channel section, unless the tags related to magic and the occult are the issue. And they gave him the popular kids channels too. There's something about having this kids channels next to a picture of Baphomet. It just seems oddly out of place. He should change the thumbnails on these videos over here by the kid channels to like a picture of Moloch. But all the related channels are gone. Perhaps I should feel lucky that I got Joe Rogan instead of a bunch of kid channels. But just because Joe's non-related channel is showing up on my channel doesn't mean that my channel is showing up on his. That would be amazing. There'd be no reason to make a video then. People would be yelling at me, "What are you complaining about?" But I have a suspicion that our channels aren't showing up anywhere. That's the issue. And if that's the case, you may as well disable it because you're not showing up anywhere anyway. But let me know if I'm wrong. I hope that I am. Let me know if my channel is showing up in the related channels section, not in someone's featured channels, but in the related channels. I'd be very interested to know because I'd really like to figure this thing out. It may not be just channel tags. It may be a combination of channel tags and the tags you put in your videos or what they've scanned in your videos. And I'm in the process of going back and amending those videos. But if they've blacklisted Magick in the Occult, well then, what are you going to do? But I'm not so sure that they have, and this is where it gets really weird and why I cannot seem to figure this out. Because while there are some channels like mine that have been totally affected by this, there are others whose related channel section seems to be half working, and other channels related to Magick that seem to be totally immune. So we'll look at EA's channel, for example.
The blackest of the black, the darkest of the dark.
Well, he has a related channel section with 3 channels in it, only one of which is related. The other 2 are Joe Rogan and Slapped Ham.
Slap that ham.
Both of which are popular channels and unrelated. The one that is related, however, her channel tags is just her name. And I went to take a screenshot of it, and since then they've added another channel to his related channels, Top 5 Scary Videos, which is somewhat relevant and related, seeing as how if you go there, their first video is about Satan, and so is their first channel tag. So it's like half working. It's certainly a mixed bag, but it's also an indicator that channels may be slowly added over time. But he's not being added to their channel. Open Source Occult TV. Well, he has a related channel section. He has his own name, Thomas Sheridan, up there at the top, his other channel. Styx Hexenhammer 666, which we'll get to in a moment. But then he also has Leak Project and Ian Arcane, both of which could be considered conspiracy channels, both of which have their related channel section working and are relating to other conspiracy channels. So I don't get it. This is why it doesn't make any sense to me. And this is why I need your help. Let me know if my channel and other Magick channels are showing up in the related channels as they're supposed to, or not. Maybe things are just screwing up. We are going into Mercury retrograde right now in Pisces, and my ascendant is Pisces. So yay me. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I said I would get the Styx Hexenhammer in a moment. His channel is a bit unique in the fact that he does mostly political commentary. And his related channel section would reflect that. Except for maybe Fox News. That was one of the mainstream media channels that they were putting on my channel. But he also has an occult series that he does, which is why he would be showing up in Open Source Occult TV's related channel section. And he has very little keywords. He's like news, politics, occultism, and grimoires. And everything appears to be working out with it. I've also checked a bunch of Wiccan sites, witchcraft, spell casting sites, and they don't seem to have any problem with their related channel section. So when I thought it was starting to all make sense, it just doesn't. It all falls apart. It seems random. I don't know what's going on. Let me know if you do. Because the next question it would raise is that if the channel isn't being recommended in related channel section, are the videos themselves even being recommended anymore? So also let me know if any of my videos are still being recommended. Again, it could be a bug, glitch, whatever. But it's sad that I have to even ask the question because YouTube has a history of being so untrustworthy. They want to suppress misinformation and conspiracies, yet it promotes conspiratorial thinking when you're wondering, oh crap, did they suppress my content too? When you can't even trust them not to by accidental algorithm. So let me know what you think. I'm still going to be experimenting with channel tags. I'm still going to be going back and cleaning up the older videos and editing their tags as well. I'm not too concerned with it in the fact that I do a lot of work that those who are meant to find this channel will find it, which has always been the case. I just want to know what's going on. If they are actively suppressing Magick in the Occult, this channel and others, then sharing this channel and its videos gives you a more active role in helping those who were seeking this information to find it. Hopefully it's just something that I'm missing. Hopefully it's something that can be edited and resolved. But if not, that's okay too. We'll get by. And I will see you next time. Take care.